Top 10 Best Manhwa or Manhua Where MC is overpowered and no one can defeat him. Are you tired of weak and helpless protagonists in your favorite manhwa and manhua? Well, get ready to be hooked on this top 10 list of the most powerful and unbeatable MCs in the world of comics. From supernatural abilities to sheer strength, these characters leave their enemies trembling in fear. So, sit back and relax as we count down the top 10 best manhwa or manhua where MC is overpowered and no one can defeat him. Get ready to witness some of the most epic battles and jaw-dropping moments that will leave you on the edge of your seat. So, are you ready? So, let's dive in. Starting off with our number 10, Counter Cube. This exciting new manhwa follows the adventures of a main character who can enter a dream world whenever he falls asleep. He can do anything he wants in his dream world until a black hole suddenly appears and swallows everything. To get his dream back, he must gather points by participating in various events in a new dream world alongside other dreamers. The story of Counter Cube shares similarities with popular series like Tower of God and God Game. The main character starts off as a newbie in the events but develops his skills and becomes more dependable as the story progresses. The art is amazing and the fight scenes are well crafted, keeping you on the edge of your seat. The characters are unique and have different abilities that make the story more interesting. The world building is also well done, and if you are a fan of God Game or Tower of God, then you absolutely must check out Counter Cube. With a great storyline and unique characters, this manhwa is sure to keep you hooked from start to finish. Number 9. Is this hero for real? The story follows Han Soo-kan, who along with his classmates gets summoned to a fantasy world by a goddess to become heroes. The goddess leaves him for dead in the forest. Soon, he realizes that the goddess is not what she seems, and with the help of a loner god, Hansu sets out to survive in a hostile new world and earn powerful blessings. However, his goal is not to save the world, but to seek revenge on the goddess. From the author of Triple F Class Trash Hero, Is This Hero for Real? Shares many similarities with it and Tsukimchi Moonlit Fantasy. While the life of side characters may seem boring at times, the MC's journey more than makes up for it. The art is similar to Triple F Class Trash Hero and the story is a fun read that will keep you hooked. Give it a shot if you are looking for an adventure. Number 8. How a former pro takes advantage by doing an easy job. In this thrilling series, we follow the story of a protagonist who is reincarnated for the 101st time. As he awakens in his new life, he realizes that he is the youngest prince with no inheritance rights and no one pays attention to him. But instead of being disappointed, he sees this as a chance to enjoy life without the pressure of saving the world or fighting for ambition. All he wants is to indulge in the sweet honey of life. The unique concept of this manhwa sets it apart from others. The main character's desire to live a carefree life is relatable and refreshing. The art is stunning and the story keeps you engaged and curious about what happens next. The dialogue is easy to follow, making it perfect for readers of all ages, even as young as 12 years old. If you are looking for a captivating manhwa that offers a new take on reincarnation, then How a Former Pro Takes Advantage by Doing an Easy Job is a must-read. Number 7. It's over! Impress Husband is actually invincible. This exciting manhwa follows the story of Xiao Tian, a human from Earth who is summoned to the great Yan dynasty by Empress Zi Rioyan to become her husband in a time of life and death. Xiao Tian is given the strongest supreme system, but he only wants to be ultimate soft rice prince of the Empress. He rejects the system, but he is surprised when the system changes into a dog-licking system that serves him. The unique premise of this manhwa is sure to captivate the readers. The story takes unexpected twists and turns, keeping you engaged from start to finish. The art is beautiful and the dialogue is easy to follow, making it perfect for readers of all ages, even the 12 years olds. If you are looking for a manhwa that combines humor and action, then it's over. Impress Husband is actually invincible is a must-read. Number 6. My Civil Servant Life Reborn in the Strange World. The story follows a young man who, after isekaiing into the fantasy world, becomes obsessed with becoming a civil servant at his mother's last request. Although the characters lack depth, the MC's funny stubbornness adds to the entertainment factor. The art is decent, although it's not as good as some other manhwa out there. However, it's much better than most manhwa, which often have a lack of artistic quality. While the characters are somewhat flat, with most having one-dimensional desires, they are still somewhat interesting. The biggest issue with the characters is that there is no motivation given for the desires. For example, the green-haired boy wants to be a knight, but it's not clear why. The lack of development is a missed opportunity to make the characters more relatable and engaging. Overall, my civil servant life reborn in the strange world is an average manhwa, but not that great, so I give it a 6 out of 10. Moving on to our number 5, Hard Carry Support. Meet Seo-hyun, the top ranker of the long-forgotten game Asura. He is now taking on a new challenge in the popular VR MMORPG game Arceus, which is based on the same world setting. However, what he thought was a hidden class of damage dealer turned out to be a unique support class. You heard it right. Seo-hyun is now playing as the best support player in the game, but not your ordinary support who only heals or provides buffs. He is a hard carry support who fights on the front line, grabbing enemies by the neck and taking them down. The manhwa showcases Seo-hyun's journey as he tries to make his way at the top of the Austrian rankings using his skills as a support. The story is fast-paced and action-packed, and the art is top-notch. The characters are well developed and have their own distinct personalities that make them interesting to follow. If you are a fan of MMO games and want to see a different take on the support class, then this manhwa is definitely worth checking out. Number 4. I Get Stronger by Doing Nothing. This story follows Chu Tiansu, a man who finds himself in a wedding ceremony with a princess after being reborn into another world. Despite facing contempt from others, schemes from his in-laws, and oppression from the strong, Chu Tiansu possesses cheats that allow him to cultivate supreme techniques, marry the most beautiful woman, fight powerful foes, and hold the scepter of life and death. As he rises to the top of the world, Chu Tiansu reflects on his journey and feels proud of his accomplishments, proving that he has lived up to the reputation of being a transmigrator. The story is filled with action, romance, and the thrill of the journey, making it a must-read for fans of fantasy and adventure. While some may find the story predictable, it's still an enjoyable read with a great protagonist and exciting plot. Overall, I Get Stronger by Doing Nothing is a fun and engaging manhwa that's definitely worth checking out. Number 3. Celestial Master. In the manhwa Celestial Master, Zayu is a boy who has been blessed by evil spirits since birth. However, these blessings are not beneficial to humans. As per a contract, Zayu has to pretend to be disabled and can only continue doing so. The 5 families are bound by a marriage contract, and if they fail to fulfill it, Zayu will be blinded permanently. The story unfolds as Zayu struggles to survive while dealing with his disability and the consequences of the marriage contract. Despite his difficult situation, Zayu has a strong spirit and refuses to give up on life. The art style in this manhwa is beautiful with intricate details and vivid colors. If you are looking for a manhwa with a unique story and captivating art, Celestial Master is definitely worth checking out. Number 2. The King is Back. This manhwa follows the story of Chen Yan Luo, the king of the underworld who dies and is reincarnated as a high school student. He wants to live a normal life and have fun with schoolgirls, but his rivals from the underworld keep following him, making it impossible to live a peaceful life. The story takes place in Hell, which is now overcrowded since the hall has closed. Chen Yan Luo is fed up with the situation and decides to reveal his true identity to his enemies. He is determined to live his life to the fullest, and nothing can stop him, and not even death. The King is Back is an action-packed manhwa with an interesting plot that will keep you on the edge of a seat. And finally, number 1. Return of the Youngest Grandmaster. At first glance, this manhwa might seem like a typical reincarnation story, but don't be fooled, it has a lot of depth to it. The world building is massive, much like other popular manhwas like Apotheosis and A Mortal's Journey to Immortality. In this world, a person's wealth and status depend on the power of their family. Our main character quickly becomes overpowered, and it's always satisfying to see him defeat arrogant young masters who dare to challenge him. However, one weak point of this manhwa is its female characters. They often have bland personalities, which is a common issue in many manhwas. The artwork is quite decent, especially the character design of the main character, and although the translation quality is poor in the first few chapters, it does improve as the story progresses. So, if you are looking for an action-packed manhwa with an extensive world building, thinking Return of the Youngest Grandmaster just might be the perfect one for you. So, there you have it people, our top 10 picks of the best manhwa or manhua where the MC is just too overpowered for anyone to handle. And let's be real, who doesn't love watching an OP protagonist take down all their foes with ease? So, if you are in a mood for some serious power fantasy, make sure to check out these amazing manhwa or manhua titles. Trust us, you won't be disappointed. Happy reading!